What's up everyone, welcome to my final video on the series at Sand Valley Golf Resort. Today we're going to be playing Sand Valley Golf Course, the self-titled course by Core and Crenshaw, arguably two of the most in-demand golf architects in the modern day. So this course is a bit flatter than Mammoth Dunes, known for being more difficult of the two. It's modeled after like Heathland courses of London, like Sunningdale and St. George's Hill. We're going to go right to the golf. I'm just going to warn you ahead of time that I didn't get much sleep the night before, so it's not going to be too pretty. So here we are in the first hole. You're kind of propped up on this huge sand dune, which is known as the volcano. Yeah, as you can tell, it's a pretty windy day, so I got a couple things going against me today. But I start off with an okay drive. Did hang it out a bit to the right and landed in some of that weird rough area, which is just kind of short, choppy grass with imperfect lies everywhere. I'm sure it gets longer at certain times of the year, but this is late May. So I pulled my wedge left of the green. It was a pretty bad shot from that side hill lie. You could see the flag flapping in the background there, and hit a really strange shot, pulled it to the left. So now I got a pretty long effort for par here. I get to putt on these greens for the first time, and they're pretty quick, as I'll find out. But this was an excellent effort and it almost went in. So moving on to hole 2, I wasn't really sure what club to pick here. Caddy definitely would have helped on this hole. I ended up going with a 5-wood. Kind of lashed at it and I sliced it, and the wind pulled it even more. It did land in the sand trap. The shot trail's not completely right, but it rolled out of the sand trap, so it really had some left to right spin on it, and I ended up here with no view of the green. I actually have too long of a club here, but I didn't feel like going back to my pull cart. I made good contact, but I'm not sure where it's going to end up. I shot it over the green, and I have this really massive slope on green side that I have to pitch it up onto, and it's a downhill green, so I didn't do myself any favors by playing it safe to the center of the green, and it rolled down quite a ways past the green. So now, continuing from the way I was playing at Mammoth Dunes, I'm going to putt from here. Probably, it didn't work out as well today as it did at Mammoth Dunes, but this at least gave me a chance for bogey here. I just kind of got the read wrong and missed it decent ways, actually. That hardly even touched that one. I'm learning how fast the greens are today. So a double bogey on hole 2, not a great start. And now I have a 6-iron in my hand, which I just have not been hitting well on this trip. Confidence is pretty low. I kind of realized that I haven't really been setting my wrists enough on this trip, and that was a bad swing. I think I hit behind the ball a little bit. End up in this sand trap. So I have a pretty long shot here. You get to practice swing because there's no rakes, local rules for right now, and I just came short of getting it out, and that really changed my round, I think, because that happened. That was basically a shank out of the bunker, and I mean, there's no excuses besides, I guess, the fact that the sand is just so grabby and dense. But I got it out in the third shot, and it wasn't a good third shot. And now I have a really long putt for double bogey, which I just tend to sometimes crack at, and really bad. But I ended up hitting like a nice 10-foot putt, which the only good shot on this hole I managed to screw up and not get on film. So now I'm reeling. I'm just trying to settle down. So we're on a par 5 here, long par 5 that looks really, really cool visually. This doesn't really do it justice. It just seems to steadily climb uphill. So I hit a pretty good drive here, right in the middle of the fairway.
I think I got lucky there. My hands kind of got loose.
So moving on to the second shot, it's 268, so it's definitely too far for me to reach into. I only carry a strong 5-wood in my bag, but I hit this pretty good. Setting up this third shot to the green, under 100 yards, to a raised green, and I bladed it. I just didn't strike my irons in general today. I was thinning a lot of things. I kind of got lucky. It rolled back down that hill to this point, and I got a downhill putt, which I hit pretty softly, but it just kept going, and there's a false front just out of the picture that it rolls off of. So this is my second Corin Crenshaw course, and I've putted off the green on a hole at both of them. So trying to get back on doesn't work the first attempt. You're about to see quite an ejection here. I'll just let you watch it. So there's no excuse to not get it up on your third shot. Just, take your medicine and smash it. And I don't. Yeah, here it comes. It's getting a little further each time, though, folks. So this could happen to you. Don't let it happen to you. But it's golf. I'm still having a good time at this point. And I finally don't even look at the pin and just smash it up there. So for quadruple bogey when I was on the green in regulation, and I putt it by quite a ways, and I don't take the putt seriously, but let's just, give myself a 10 here. This is not a professional tournament. So moving on, now we have a downhill par 3. I wasn't sure what club to select here. I clubbed down 1, and I swung way too hard and flew the green. I mean, the way the round is going, that's not surprising. Even a solid shot gets punished here. Would have liked to see what a caddy would have said at that hole as well. So it's tough to see this on the camera, but I made solid contact with the wedge and flew it way beyond the pin. And so I have a long putt here, which I didn't feel like readjusting at this point, and hit a nice putt there. So I got a bogey, which feels like a birdie to me right now, the way the round is going. So this next hole was just so cool, kind of a risk-reward hole, but if you kind of go out to the left, you can get a little bit of a shortcut to the hole, but it's so firm there that I don't know if it makes any sense to play it to the left. I ended up flying it over the bunker, and I thought it was perfect, and it just kept rolling and rolling into this sand trap. So I have another tester, which I've failed all of the tests from the sand on this trip up until this point, and I yet again did it, and so the frustration boiled over a little bit there, but I still can put a wedge close to the hole here, maybe save a par, which I get it on the green, but I tugged it to the left a bit. This was a really cool part of the property. You just felt like you were in the middle of nowhere. They cut the trees way back from around the greens, and I just really liked the look of it here. I finally hit a decent long putt, so maybe I'm starting to adjust to the speed of the greens. And 2 bogeys in a row, getting a little more calm, and trending towards a nice, respectable 111 score. So now we're on a par 5. I get to rip a driver, which has been really the only dependable club in the bag so far. Just beyond that hill, there's trouble to the left, which I thought the way it bounced and the way it looked, it was going to roll and roll like 300 yards. And the curvature of the ground just didn't make sense, the fact that I ended up here in this trap. But not surprising that I am in it again. This time I tried a 4 hybrid. I was just trying every club in my bag to see if something would stick and see if I could get it out of the sand, but I didn't. So I go back to an iron here. It's too much club, and I wasn't expecting it to catch it cleanly because it hasn't happened all week, and I finally just drilled it, and it goes over the green. So even when I hit a good shot, again, it not really helping. And now you see a rare chip shot on this trip because I was just putting so much, and it was pretty good effort. Probably I should have been doing that more often. I don't know why I was so lacking confidence with chip shots on this trip. So I have a pretty makeable putt here, and I babied it and left it short. Just a little bit of scar tissue from the previous holes. And now we're probably on my favorite par 3 on the entire resort. It's just a short uphill shot with danger short right, and you can't really see the green, but just the visual sight of this hole is just awesome. So I ended up clubbing up because I was scared to go in that bunker. Hit it off the toe to this point. Now I have another downhill putt, which I'm scared of, so I hit it pretty tentatively and come up like 8 feet short here. But I have a par chance, which is extremely rare on this front 9. I just tap it and it rolls in the hole, which I over celebrate like it was an eagle, just because, you know, it's been such a tough round. So now hole 9, which is a really cool risk reward hole. The further you hit the ball down, the narrower it gets. So I decided to play it safe with the 5-wood. Took a really weird swing. My arms got out in front of me, and I tugged it way left into the trees, the edge of the trees. And now you're going to see me try to work out how I couldn't get a club on a ball here pretty awkwardly. I opt to hit it sideways. Don't think about it too much. It's some really thick stuff. I can't get much of a backswing. And I kind of made a mental mistake and just hit it way too hard. And it actually almost ended up in that Lake Leopold, which I think under like 0.1% of people have probably done when they played this course. That would have been a great story, but thankfully it stopped short. So I have a little tricky floppy shot here over the bunker, which I executed pretty nicely. And I'll give you a look of just how close I went into that lake here now. There it is. There's some really cool lodging over there. It'd be cool to stay over there. So could go back-to-back pars here. It was a really tricky read, and I got it wrong. Moved right to left. That was very confusing. Even when I look at this video now, I don't understand that. But I would end the round with a bogey, so not good at all. I tend to save some of my worst rounds for the courses I want to play the most, and I just played terribly here. Like I said, I didn't sleep nearly at all the night before. I don't really know what happened there, but when I woke up and had a coffee, played the sandbox, my body felt pretty good. I didn't really feel too tired, but, you know, it just didn't work out for me today. I could not hit an iron. I got a 10 on the scorecard. I got a triple right before that, which was a lucky triple, and the back 9 is going to come up next. It's not going to go too well either, I'm just going to warn you. So if you want to watch a 13 handicap playing to a 20-some handicap, then join me for the back 9. At least the course will be nice. Thanks, guys.